What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Social Club where everyone has a voice. I'm your host, Jacob Hale, joined me by a very special guest, Miss Nicole.
What's up? What's up?
Man, I am excited for you to be here.
Excited to be here.
The most important thing I need to say is that I am single. This is my friend. Okay, I don't want y'all, getting, I don't need any comments or anything like that. All right, but if you guys want to see more about Nicole or more Nicole, definitely let us know down in the comments. And while you're there, you might as well subscribe to the channel. Then also, you can follow us on Instagram where we post every single day. You can join us on Discord where we're there 24/7. It's a better place for you guys to talk to us one on one. Instagram's getting very crowded, which we deeply appreciate by all the viewership and comments and stuff. So between Instagram DMs and Discord, it's a great way to talk to us directly via topic ideas, suggestions, just whatever's on your mind. We're pretty open people when it comes to that. Um, but with that being said, there's a reason why I brought you here. I feel like you'd be better to talk about this than our co host Cam. We are talking about
Probably.
Valentine's Day. So I thought it'd be great to have a guy and a girl get on, talk about Valentine's Day and topics about that, and get a different perspective on it.
A little female perspective.
Exactly, because I feel like the male side is very straightforward. I think every guy thinks the exact same way about it. So
100%.
to get a different perspective, I'm willing to learn here. So with that, we can actually get right to it. The first thing I want to ask you is personally for you, and then we'll branch out to like society and
Okay.
stuff. But personally, how important do you think Valentine's Day is as a holiday?
I mean, I think it's a decently important holiday. It's definitely not the most important, but I think it might be more important to females than males, but I think it's still important. It's the day of love, so
Yep, it's the U.S. government manufactured day to say that we have to love. So that's always great. But let's just before I get into my spiel, I guess personally for you, how do you personally feel about Valentine's Day? Like, is that something that you think of in terms of excitement? Is it kind of just like it's just another day? What are your personal thoughts on it?
I think in the past, like I think I always was like, oh, Valentine's Day is just another day. It's like whatever, blah blah blah. But I was always obviously single too in the past on Valentine's Day, or just non the right relationship or whatever the situation was. So for me, it was always just another day. I mean, it still kind of is always just another day to me, but
Yeah, I guess in a non-pessimistic look on it, it is nice. I think it's not really a reset, but just a day to bring everything back into perspective on what you value and what you find important.
yeah,
That's what I think of Valentine's Day. I don't think it's something that should be, we'll say, overly celebrated. What I mean by that is like a lot of people, their big thing is Christmas. They got
yeah,
to put up all the lights for it. They got to, pull all the strings. Some people are just Christmas guys. Same
yeah,
thing with Halloween. It's like when Halloween happens, we got to pull all the decorations up. We got to scare these kids. We got to get all this jumbo candy. It's like that's just their thing, right?
yeah.
I personally don't think Valentine's Day should be that. However, I think
The decorations are cute, but it definitely
yeah.
isn't one of the things. Yeah, big holiday for like a bunch of stuff. No.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things where you got to figure out what works for you on that day. I think a lot of people, it's like a lot of people are simple. Get some flowers, get some chocolate, go out to dinner, call it a day, right?
Yeah, I think
I,
it's definitely just what you like.
right.
I mean,
I know personally for me, whenever I was dating someone and had Valentine's Day and stuff, I always stirred away from things that uh, you can call it a psyop, but just things that most people were doing. I always like to think outside the box with that. Like I think it's easy to go to Applebee's and get the 2 for $25 with the chicken cutlet that's cut into a heart and all that stuff. A lot of people do it, super crowded and all that junk. I'm not a big fan of that, but I like the idea of just challenging yourself and for you and the partner to be like, hey, like, what do we enjoy doing? What do we actually enjoy
yeah, I mean,
doing?
I don't
And
think
just make it
you,
that.
yeah, I mean, I don't think you have to like go out of your way to like do something that you wouldn't do for someone on a normal day. You know what I mean? Or just like on a normal date. Like, I don't think you have to go out of your way to like do something extravagant and whatever. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine too. I mean, it's really just, but like, you know, your partner or you know the person you're with. I mean, even if whoever you're spending the day with, it could be one of your best friends. Like, you guys know what you like to do. So, I mean, you can do what you normally would do on a date night. You don't have to do something extravagant, but I think, I mean, you should definitely do something, but you definitely don't have to go, way above what you normally do for someone, I don't
Right.
think.
Right. Yeah, I mean, all the relationships I've been in, uh, I don't think money was ever the goal whenever we celebrated. It just
Yeah.
had to do with what we were doing and the experience and all. And, maybe it's just my personality and the people that I attract, but it's low maintenance, I would say. Like it could be something simple as just renting a movie and cooking dinner together and stuff like
100%.
that, right? And then there could be other things of like actually going out and seeing something. Like maybe there actually is a movie or an activity or something that you guys have been planning on doing, just didn't have the time to, but just
Yeah.
utilizing that day to actually do that, which is great. I want to get your perspective from the society factor. I was thinking about how I wanted to ask this. I think my stance on this is there seems to be a lot of pressure when it comes to Valentine's Day on the men's side. I don't know how it is on the woman's side, so maybe you can help me out with that. But I know on the men's side, there's just a lot of pressure. Like every single year, I promise you, every single year, there's always a brand new product right around Valentine's Day. It's like, well, all the guys are getting it. You have to get it. You have to get this new diamond plastic rose
I mean,
that's usually $20, but we're going to make it 50 since it's February.
yeah. Uh, I mean, I think you definitely pick your partner. So, I mean, like, what you're getting yourself into. I mean, like, if you pick someone that likes materialistic things and that's what they want, like, you should know that about your partner. So, I mean, like, I think as it's definitely a female holiday, I would say more pointed towards the female. I don't think it has to be like that, but it definitely just is. I think females just want Valentine's Day to be all about them, which is fine, I guess. I mean, so you pick your partner, like I said. So I personally am not a materialistic person, so I don't care about going out on big fancy dates and stuff like that. I would love to sit at home and cook dinner and watch a movie. You know what I mean? Like, that would be something that I would be okay with doing, but it's just, who your partner is, so you got to do what they want
Right.
to do too. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I mean, I'm so glad you said that. It's actually so important. Let me point the camera and let you guys know to all the men out there, because I do hear you guys and I hear all the complaints on Valentine's Day. Let me be very clear. You guys are also picking your partner. So that's also your choice as well.
so you
You
can't complain if she wants the five-star restaurant
right.
and the Birkin bag
Right.
type situation. Maybe not a Birkin bag, but like,
Yeah, but
a high-end gift. I mean, like, I think you should know if that's what she wants. And if that's what she wants, like,
right. I mean, it do, but in all honesty, though, because I do hear that, and while I do sympathize with men, there also is some accountability with that. It's like you also get to pick your partner too. So,
yeah,
like, if the person was high maintenance the whole year, they're not going to be low maintenance going
on
into
Valentine's
Valentine's
Day,
Day, right?
right? Yeah,
It's always going to be like that. And not even, I won't even say something as high as maintenance or anything. Just whatever their taste is,
yeah,
whatever they like to do, it's 365 days. It's not like it just comes up this week. You still got Mother's
yeah,
Day. You still have what else? You still have Christmas, of course. You have their birthday. Like, there's plenty of other times throughout the year too
yeah.
where you realize, uh,
Like, oh, this is what she
does
wants.
this person want
Yeah,
something or not?
yeah,
Just in general. So yeah, to all the guys, you do have to keep that in mind. I do agree with that. That's probably why I'm single. No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
you don't like to
But
give gifts.
no, but and speaking of that, there and part of the society thing is like Valentine's Day, people call it also Single Awareness Day, where you realize that you're single and stuff. So it's kind of a debate, at least amongst men, that they like to think, is it better to be single or is it better to be dating on Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Now, before I give my opinion, I guess I'll ask you that question from your personal experience. Do you think there's a difference, or is there a side that you actually prefer?
I think there might be a difference for males. For females, I mean, I've always been single on Valentine's Day. Like, I don't think I've ever been in a relationship that I've celebrated Valentine's Day. So we always made it about like Galentines or like hanging out with friends and doing something with friends. Like, I mean, Valentine's Day is for love. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be for like a couple. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can spend the day loving your friends or loving your pet if that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, you
Right.
can do something. It doesn't necessarily have to be. So, I mean, I think you can be single and go out with your girlfriends and have a fun time. But I mean, for guys, most guys aren't like, hey, bro, let's go celebrate Valentine's Day together. I mean, you could go to the bar and get a beer. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to like be single and be lonely on Valentine's
You
Day.
know, I actually like that. For all the single guys out there, get your friends and go
Go
to
get a
the
beer.
bar on Valentine's Day because I promise you, there's going to be no one in there. I promise you that.
Literally.
But
Oh, actually, I don't know if that's true. I think last year we were celebrating on Valentine's Day at the Super Bowl parade. So
it's different, though. And every city gets a team like the
that's
Kansas City
true.
Chiefs,
That's true.
okay?
That's
It's a
true.
little
Not
different.
to talk about football, but
Yeah,
yeah, that's true. But I mean, that's what I did last Valentine's Day. So
that doesn't count. All right, I'm talking about the Chicago Bears fans and stuff. What do we do? We
you
do
can still
something.
go. You can still go to the bar and get a beer.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what you should do. My opinion, I actually have a very unique stance because I've been single. I've dated on Valentine's Day, but even more importantly, I worked in the service industry during Valentine's Day
Yeah.
before. What I would tell people is that I think the worst day to go out to eat would be Valentine's Day, whether you go as a couple or just by yourself for two reasons. One, because it's crowded, from that side, they're going to condense the menu and they're going to
Yeah.
turn around, get you out type
Yeah.
of thing. So it's
There's a
not
lot of reservations.
right. A lot of reservation. It's not as relaxed as what people think, and a lot of their stuff uh, I guess from my experience, it's not that it's cheaply made, but it's made in bulk, if that makes sense. So, like, we'll say, oh, our big special is, let's say we had the Valentine's Day cookie, right?
Right.
Well, they're going to have, let's say, 500 orders of it pre made during the day. So, it's
Yeah.
not something that's made fresh. Same thing with what the meal item. They'll probably have like five things on the menu, and a lot of it's going to be pre prep,
Yeah.
dish out in 10 minutes,
Definitely.
get it out. So, it's not a good representation of what the restaurant truly is during the normal time. And then it's not the typical restaurant experience because, again,
Yeah.
they're trying to turn heads as fast as they can to get as many people in and out
Yeah.
during that period of time, right? So I would say that, I mean, a 5-star restaurant is still a 5-star restaurant, right? They're going to
Right.
have their thing. Same thing with anywhere else. It's not like the food's ever going to be bad, but keep that in mind if you're the type of person that likes to go out to dinner and do that. Just remember that. Like that's the restaurant side. That's what they're thinking and what they go through, right?
Yeah.
Um, I personally don't think it matters. Whenever I dated and done stuff for Valentine's Day, I think it was very pleasant. I usually advocate for guys, but I want to make it clear I've always had great dating experiences. So Valentine's Day was just, again, it was a good reset. It was to remember what you liked about the person, and a lot of what I did focused around what that individual liked, but also what I like to do, right? And there's
Right.
always common ground because that's why you're dating, right? There's things that
Yeah.
you mutually like to do together. So during my dating time, I think it was great. When I was single, I don't overthink it. I think a lot of people are just lonely, and that's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay to admit that. I think a lot of people are just
I
lonely.
mean, it
So
doesn't
then,
help like when people like see things all over social media,
yeah,
people doing things like they want to be doing,
right,
but they're not. But
yeah. But from
it's
my
just
perspective,
one day of being lonely, I
yeah,
guess.
from my perspective, I'm just like, I think it's fine because again, it's just a normal day to me,
Yeah.
and I just relax. Or if I don't, or if I feel like I have to do something, the next day I'll just go and clear out all the Valentine's Day candy since it's on clearance,
That's the best day.
Yeah, exactly. So, I would say for anyone single, like, yeah, just don't overthink the day. I mean, it'd be the same thing with Christmas. On Christmas, if you don't have a family to go back to, that's not a time to be sad now.
Yeah.
Like, just fill that time with something else that you find that's meaningful to you.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna be like by yourself on Valentine's Day, you're by yourself every other day. So just
Yeah.
make it like every other day, you know what I mean? Don't
Right.
be sad about it.
Yeah, and of course, now that we know, when it comes to social media and stuff, again, I think that's a psyop. Like, if you're dating someone, I don't think it makes it extra special that you get to post them on Valentine's Day, or the other way around. I don't think there's anything wrong if people do find that special and want to make a
Yeah.
post on Valentine's Day. Like that's just your time.
Yeah.
But again, everyone has very complicated lives, right? So
Yeah.
you don't know what what they go through or what they've been through and everything like that. So don't don't look at those posts as jealousy at all,
Yeah.
because
I
you
mean, I
just
feel like
really don't know what their lives are like or what the
yeah.
deal with that is. And then more importantly, again, it's like you don't have to you don't have to compare your life to other people. You
Yeah.
really don't.
Yeah.
Just if everything's working for you, if you could turn on the faucet every day and play video games and eat Panda Express when you want to and stuff, like just let that be your life. You don't
Yeah.
have to compare it to other people.
Yeah.
Like that's fine. Yeah, so I have to ask, just in the fun of it all, um, so let's say you have an infinite amount of money. Let's say you have the ability to work or the ability not to work. I want you to build your dream scenario for Valentine's Day and like what you would be doing, the activities involved with it, where you would go, everything like that. I want to get your take on it, and then I'll give you mine because I think it's going to be pretty interesting.
I think that there's so many things that you could do. I mean, like if you're giving me a million options and possibilities of what I could do, I
Yeah,
mean, there's a lot of things that I think that you can do and would want to do. But I mean, for me personally, like I'm not a very materialistic person. Like I don't, I'm not one of those people that have to receive gifts to feel love. I like quality time and I just like to be around people that I love or a person that I love. If it's with my friends or my boyfriend or my significant other, whatever it is, like I just want to be around people that I love. So quality time, um, it could be from anywhere. Like, I mean, if we're already planning a vacation and we want to do a vacation, like I think that would be fun to go do something and go a weekend trip and just make it a weekend trip and do something and go on a hike in Colorado. I don't know, things like that. But like, I'm also okay with literally being at home and cooking a dinner together and watching a movie and having a dessert and like just being together and spending time together. I'm definitely not one of those people you have to wine and dine and take out to dinner and do a bunch of extravagant things for. Like it's definitely not me. So
yeah. If we ever get a Applebee's sponsor, I'll make sure to let you know and get you involved in that.
listen, I love Applebee's wings, and their drinks are fire. So
Yeah, I love Applebee's. It is good. Hopefully, it doesn't go away because they had some trouble. They almost went bankrupt.
some Applebee's are a little bit sketchy. So I don't know.
Yeah. My dream scenario. I think there's two ways to go about it. Now, I will say, I want to let you guys know it's a dream scenario. So I want you to think I'm contradicting myself on what I said before. No, I'm not going to be in a hut. That's not my dream scenario. All right, it's gonna be something I want to do, something cool. All right, so just understand it's a dream scenario, but. I like that too. I think anything involved hiking. I think a lot of what I want to do would be during the day, and then at night would
Yeah,
be more of a low key vibe type of thing. Hiking, I think it's great. I would love to do that. Just, I mean, I can
yeah.
do that.
I
I
mean,
probably will, but
we're in the Midwest, so
right.
it's not many options.
Yeah,
But
in this scenario, I'm in a better place. I'm not in the middle of winter in St. Louis,
yeah,
Missouri. So in this scenario, I'm in a little bit of a better place. Yeah, I think hiking would be great. I would love to do that. Um, Anything that involves preparing a meal, I think would be really great just because it's fun.
I mean,
When you
food is love. So like,
right,
you got always got to have a meal in there somewhere.
but also when you feel confident in cooking, it also feels good, like, just putting some music on, getting that together, and
Yeah,
making that with your significant other is really great. Um, I don't really care about gifts. I've never been a big gift person just in
me neither.
general, like, in
Yeah.
life.
I don't
You
like
know
to give gifts. I actually hate giving gifts. So
Right,
like that's not how I show love. But like
right.
I mean if you want to I mean like obviously I think Valentine's Day flowers, like you can do flowers and stuff like that, but if you don't, like for me, I mean that's fine. Obviously some people want flowers, but like
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be, you don't even have to give me a gift if you don't want it all.
right.
So
Yeah, but if you guys ever do, just send over a Lego box to our PO set. You know, our non-existent PO box. If you send over a Lego set, we'll shout you out on the next recording. So Just comment down below. Let us know. Send a picture of the Amazon order. I'll tell you where to put it. So there you go. But yeah, I would say that's my dream scenario is something that involves around hiking or just something in nature in general, going out and doing that for most of the day. Even if you go out there and do a picnic, I think that'd be great too.
Yeah.
And then later on in the day, just a typical like nice dinner, little candle light or anything like that, and then
Yeah.
maybe even a movie afterwards, right? That's my ideal Valentine's Day for sure. I would enjoy that. Now, if we travel, go on vacation, it's a little bit different. Then
Yeah.
that'd be cool. I don't think I would do it on Valentine's Day, but I think it'd just be cool in
Yeah.
general. Like, if you just go on a trip together.
Yeah. I mean, even just like a little weekend trip, I mean, it doesn't
Mhm.
have to be anything crazy. I mean, Chicago, I mean, Chicago's right up wherever is up or down. I don't
Yeah,
even know.
it's up. It's up.
Chicago's up. If
Yeah,
going up to Chicago for like a weekend, I mean, just going out to dinner and like doing stuff, walking around the city. I mean, like it doesn't even have to be centered around just like getting out. I guess centered around Valentine's Day, even though is what I was trying to get at. But
yeah. From living in Chicago for most of my life, the best advice I can give people in Chicago is do not celebrate Valentine's Day in Chicago. That is a trap.
I was just
Trust
thinking
me.
of somewhere close
No,
that was
there's
like,
no Applebee's. That stuff is expensive.
you might
Do
have to go
not,
somewhere else, maybe pizza or something.
don't do it. I'm telling you right now, a $150 night is going to turn into 600 in Chicago
Yeah.
pretty quickly. Don't do it.
Get
Please don't do it. It is not worth it.
Or even, I mean, you could just stay at the hotel and look at the view at night. You could
Yeah,
do that too,
that's what
or
you should do.
order in some room service or something for Valentine's Day. I mean, come on, you could
Listen,
do anything.
I'm gonna give you guys a dream Valentine's Day scenario for Chicago. You can take it. Hopefully, it's warm, but I promise you, this is gonna work.
It probably won't be warm on.
Just hear me out though, bro. What you guys need to do is you need to get a little picnic set up and all that stuff. You need to get on the CTA or something of equal value, like a taxi, Uber, or something. You need to go to the Adler Planetarium. All right, everyone type that in. Adler, Adler Planetarium. It's
Oh,
right
I've
next to.
never been there.
Yep, it's right next to the Shea Aquarium in Soldier Field. Get out there. It's one of the best views of the city by far, and it's right there on the water.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
that
you
would
got
be
a
nice.
nice
If
spot.
it was warm, it would be
Yeah, you
nice.
got a nice spot, set up a little picnic and all that stuff. And then if you want to, you can walk the river walk there.
Yeah, like
So,
that would be so fun. I think that
yes,
would be fun.
yep.
That's
So
like better than going to sit at a dinner and doing something you do like all the time.
right.
You know what I mean?
So there you go. That is some great advice for you guys. I promise you, best view of the city right there. It's amazing. Yeah, I love it. I try to go there whenever I go back up to Chicago, just because I like that. I like the view. I like the
Yeah.
ambiance and stuff, especially when you go at night in good weather. The left side
Also, just
is
getting away from your normal life too. I
right.
mean, you don't have to. I mean, if you don't want to do that for Valentine's Day, but you get stuck in such a routine every other day, every day of your life. It's like go to work, come home, make dinner. It's like kind of you get in a routine. So, I mean, like just doing something different that you normally wouldn't do with your partner to like just show your appreciation and love. I mean, if that's going on a weekend trip to Chicago or just like doing something you normally wouldn't do. I mean, I feel like everyone goes to dinner for date nights. Like that's like a classic date night type of situation. So, I mean, even just doing something different.
You know what? That's the perfect way to close it out right there. Valentine's Day is made for you to break the routine.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
And I mean,
listen,
it's literally a day to express your love. So, I mean,
yeah,
express your love I mean, you can do it the same way you normally do it, but just it's just a day to show that you overly care about someone and that you overly love someone. So, I think you should I mean, some people are like, "Oh, Valentine's Day is just another day." I mean, it is another day, but it's like a day to like really insinuate like this is my love for you and blah blah blah. So, I think that
I love that. That's a great way to end. And to all my single people, just buy you a 6 pack and put
and
50.
love yourself too. I
Right.
mean, you don't have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
spend Valentine's Day with yourself.
Yeah,
Have a glass of wine and some popcorn and watch a movie and enjoy your own love.
I like that. That's some great advice.
Yep.
Well, with that being said, though, you guys let us know though. How do you guys like to spend Valentine's Day? What advice would you give to other people, or give us your own advice? Like, hey, go to this certain place. They have $10 wings
Yeah.
or something. But yeah,
Put some date ideas in the comments.
exactly. That'd be great. But other than that, of course, subscribe to the channel. Check out all of our other content. We have so much content that we've been posting. We'll continue to post content. Now that we're out of the football season, it's great now. Now you can see us explore other topics and other things that we are interested in outside of just the Chicago Bears, Kansas City Chiefs. Other than that, guys, appreciate you and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace out.